Human beings have neither the oral or the psychological capacity to withstand the awesome power of God's true voice. Were you to hear it, your mind would cave in and your heart would explode within your chest. We went through 5 atoms before we figured that one out. Good morning, guys. It is 5 girls, 5 minutes. I'm Tara. I'm not in my shot. I'm trying to set the clock on my stove at the same time. And that was a quote from Dogma, my favorite Alan Rickman movie. I had to look up Alan Rickman. Happy birthday, by the way, Alan. You know, yesterday. It's cool. I had to look up a quote from, I had to look up all of his movies because I've seen just so many movies that Alan Rickman has been in. I just couldn't even think of just one. But I completely forgot about Dogma, which is a fantastic movie. If you guys haven't seen it, don't worry about the fact that it's supposedly religious. It is entirely meant to be a religious spoof. I mean, not really a religious spoof, mind you. It's supposed to be not taking religion so seriously, which I really enjoy. As a person who was raised Catholic, it picks on the Catholic Church while being informed about it, which I think is pretty great. So I'm in my kitchen this morning, and I'm trying my hardest to do my thing, which is do this video while making breakfast at the same time, and hopefully beating my heater, which, you know, knowing me, will turn on any minute now and will just be roaring incessantly. I wanted to do this because Tally was talking about breakfast cereal. Favorite breakfast cereal? Well, right now I've got a bowl full of Cinnamon Life. So there you go. This is not my favorite breakfast cereal ever. As Sarah mentioned, I eat breakfast a lot. Breakfast is kind of my thing. It's mostly because when I was a kid, we sat around the breakfast table all the time doing breakfasty things and eating together. My dad, my sister, and I. There was one time where my sister was probably in early high school, late 8th grade, or late middle school. My sister talks a lot. My dad was sitting, minding his own business, eating his cereal, drinking his coffee. My sister was just going, just like talking about whatever's going to go on that day, in her life, and whatever. And my dad turns to her and he says, Lisa, I don't want to hear you flapping your lips unless you have some cereal in them. And my sister, eating Rice Krispies at the time, and being a complete and total smartass, just like me, she put a Rice Krispie on her lip and goes, hey, Dad! And I swear to God, my dad almost spit coffee at his nose. Funniest breakfast of my life. So yeah, so I have some Cinnamon Life. I change my cereal whenever I go to the store, pretty much, based on my fancy. But yeah, so I've already answered my questions. It was pretty great. I'm gonna try to get this done beforehand because I ran over trying to do this already once. I think the problem is the stove timer is not entirely accurate. Oh God, I can hear the heater awakening. So what I'm gonna do this week is I'm gonna go back to my recommendations, which I said I might make a pretty regular thing. I don't know, we'll see. But I have a song and a TV show and a movie and a book that I want to share with you guys this week. As Sarah mentioned, yes, I'm going to see her for spring break. So I'm going to be spending spring break in Virginia / Washington, D.C., doing all kinds of exciting things. And my grandmother, when she found this out, she was like, I love Dan Brown's books, and there's a book, The Lost Symbol, which all of the action takes place in Washington, D.C., around all these monuments, and you should read that book before you go. So I have 2 weeks left, and I'm trying to finish The Lost Symbol before I go. So Dan Brown's The Lost Symbol, that is my book recommendation. Movie, obviously, Dogma. If you haven't seen it, it's incredible. That's my beep for my minute, but I'm going to try to do it quicker than that. Song, Mumford & Sons. If you guys haven't heard of Mumford & Sons, you really need to check them out. Song is called The Cave, or Little Lion Man. Those are both really good songs. TV show, An Idiot Abroad. It's currently airing on the Science Channel, and it's basically this guy who's thrust out of his comfort zone. Leave it to Ricky Gervais to make somebody uncomfortable. He basically sends this guy out into the world to be uncomfortable and see what the big deal is about all these monuments in the world, you know, things that are usually considered to be classic wonders of the world, like the pyramids and the Great Wall of China and stuff. The Idiot Abroad, which leads me to my question I'm going to say really quickly. Underwhelming tourist traps. Have you ever been someplace on vacation that everybody said was awesome and you just didn't get what the big deal was? Anyway, I'm probably over again, but I love you guys, and I will talk to you soon. Have a great day. Have a great Tuesday. Bye, guys.